President Medvedev by invading Georgia with 20,000 troops and more than 500 tanks and heavy armed vehicles of Russia's 58th Army, and launching airstrikes throughout Georgia in support of the Kremlin-backed leadership of two separatist regions in Georgia, South Ossetia and Abkhazia, that launched offensives on Georgian forces in early August, that Georgia had to respond. It is now apparent that the operation presented by Russia as, quote, peace enforcement in Georgia, unquote, to protect its passport holders, distributed by Putin's government in the early 2000s to ethnic Ossetians and Abkhaz in Georgian regions of Abkhazia and South Ossetia without Georgian government consent. The world should understand that Georgia is just a test case for how far Russia can push the envelope, to see how far the West will tolerate this aggressive, authoritarian government's behavior and attempt to change the current world order. The members of international community, such as United States, European Union, and NATO, are now openly condemning Russia's military occupation and expressing support for Georgia's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the restoration of peace and stability in Georgia. The world has woken up to the idea that Russia's aggressive policies are the beginning of a large-scale confrontation with the Western world. The resurgence of a reactionary, aggressive, and autocratic Russia's leadership that aims at open confrontation with the West and wants to set new rules of international relations is very worrisome. The approach used by Russia is the same one that in the 20th century caused 2 world wars, unprecedented destruction, and deaths of tens of millions of people. Russia's campaign in Georgia cannot be allowed to be a success, or more such action will follow. Japan, as a leading democratic country, could and should engage more actively in the international effort to re-establish peace and security in Georgia, stopping Russia's resurgence as a dangerous power that acts according to its own interests when and where it sees fit, in contraventing of established international standards, international law, and United Nations Charter. American current administration has done its best for the last couple of days to avert full occupation of Georgia by Russian troops and violence that followed. I think it was rather shocking for President Bush and other Western European leaders to see Russia's true colors. Russia hasn't changed. Unfortunately, Mr. Putin, who is a top spy of KGB, was successful in deceiving world leaders about Russia's true intentions. He's a great spy. He just basically deceived everybody. And I think Western world is facing very unfortunate reality that Russia might not be seen as a partner anymore, but as a foe, because Russia wants to so. West doesn't want that. The United States made it very clear that wants Russia to be partner in the region.